Hello, I am Santosh Babanrao Gaikwad, working as an assistant professor, Department of Chemistry at Pundlikrao Gavri Arts and Science College, Shirpur Jain, District, Washim. In today's lecture, we are study about organometallic chemistry. In this topic, we discuss about organomagnesium compounds. In organomagnesium compounds, we study its preparation, physical properties, and electrophilic substitution reactions, as well as its nucleophilic substitution reactions. Before we go towards organomagnesium compounds, we must know about organometallic chemistry. Then, what is the organometallic chemistry? Organometallic chemistry is the study of organometallic compounds in which chemical compounds containing at least one chemical bond between a carbon atom of a organic molecule and a metal. Or a simple definition for the organometallic compound is organometallic compounds are those compounds in which carbon is directly attached to the metal atom. This includes alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. Alkaline earth metals like magnesium and calcium, and transition metals, that is zinc, mercury, cadmium, etc., and sometimes broadened to include metalloids like boron, silicon, and tin, etc., can form organometallic compounds. These elements are good reducing agents. The same metals reduce the carbon halogen bond of the alkyl halide. The halogen is converted to the halide anion, and the carbon bond to the metal which has characteristics similar to carbon anion, that is R minus property. Here we can see general formula for organometallic compounds in which carbon is attached to the metal atom, where metal which can form bond with the organic molecules are given here, that is potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, cadmium, tin, lead, and mercury, etc. There are a wide range of compounds which are commercially used in medical, industrial, and agricultural area. We can see few examples of organometallic compounds here. First compound is ferrocene, which is a precursor to iron nanoparticles, can be used as a catalyst for the production of carbon nanotubes. Next compound is ethyl magnesium bromide. It is generally known as a Grignard reagent. That is, organomagnesium compounds are widely used in the preparation of various types of organic compounds. In industrial synthesis of the certain organosilicon compounds, the aromatic compounds, substances, and pharmaceuticals is carried out with the aid of organomagnesium compounds. Next compound is diethyl zinc, which is used in the organic synthesis as a source of ethyl carbanion in addition reaction to carbonyl groups. For example, a symmetric addition of an ethyl group to benzaldehyde and imines. Next compound is N-butyl lithium, which is abbreviated as N-Buli and also is an organolithium reagent. It is widely used as a polymerization initiator in the production of elastomers such as polybutylene or styrene butadiene styrene, that is SBS. The next compound is tris triphenyl phosphine rhodium carbonyl hydride, which we can see here, is used in the commercial production of many aldehyde based fragrances. Now we move on ionic character of organometallic compounds. From the ionic character we can find out the information about reactivity of organometallic compounds. The carbon metal bond in organometallic compounds are ionic, and the extent of the ionic character of the carbon metal bond depends on the electropositive nature of metal. More electropositive the metal, more is the ionic character of carbon metal bond. Percentage ionic character of some carbon metal bonds are given in the table which we can see above my head. We start from the bond between carbon and potassium whose ionic character is 50%. Serially, we can see for carbon sodium bond is 47, for carbon lithium bond is 43%, for carbon calcium bond is 43. For bond between carbon magnesium, ionic character is 35. Similarly, for carbon and aluminium is 22. For carbon and zinc is 18. For carbon and calcium is 15. For carbon and tin is 12. For carbon and lead, ionic character is 12. And last, for the bond between carbon and mercury, ionic character is 9%. The reactivity of organometallic compounds depend on the ionic character of carbon metal bond. More the ionic character of carbon metal bond, more will be the reactivity of organometallic compounds. Thus, highly ionic compounds such as organosodium and organopotassium compounds are among the most reactive organometallics. They are spontaneously inflammable in air, reacts violently with water, and are non-volatile and do not dissolve readily in non-polar solvents. On the other hand, less ionic, that is more covalent compounds like tetraethyl lead and dimethyl mercury are so far less reactive, relatively stable in air, volatile and soluble in non-polar solvents like hydrocarbons and ether. The organometallics with moderate ionic characters such as those of lithium and magnesium are of greater interest to organic chemists. These compounds are relatively easy to prepare and handle and are useful synthetic reagents. Now we take overlook on history of Grignard reagents. Victor Grignard, we can see above my head, who discovered organomagnesium halides, that is RMGX, are called as Grignard reagents. Of all the organometallic compounds known, these are most important reagents by the virtue of their significant and wide applications. Most of the organic compounds of all the classes can be synthesized from Grignard reagent. His remarkable contribution to synthetic organic chemistry, he won one half of Nobel Prize in 1912 with Paul Sabatier, whose contribution in catalysis. Now we study the synthesis of organomagnesium compound, that is methyl magnesium bromide. In general reaction, we can see here. When alkyl halide reacts with magnesium fillings, this gives metal insertion reaction between alkyl and halide to form alkyl magnesium halide, which we can see here. We take example for this reaction. Methyl magnesium bromide can be synthesized in the laboratory by the action of methyl bromide on magnesium metal in presence of dry ether. We can see here. We prepared organometallic compounds. Now we study about its physical properties. Grignard reagents are strong alkalis. Therefore, they react with compounds which can supply H plus ions. They are strong nucleophiles. The high pKa value of alkyl compounds, that is pKa value is near about 45 of alkyl component, it makes the reaction irreversible. Grignard reagent should be kept in dry environment, that is in dry ether. If moisture or water is in contact with Grignard reagent, it is destroyed and converted into alkane. We can see here. Before we proceed with the reaction, we have to know why protic solvent is not used instead of dry ether. Its perfect reason is the Grignard carbon is highly basic and reacts with the acidic proton of polar solvent like water to form an alkane. Previously we discussed in physical properties of Grignard reagents. Ether has no acidic protons, so Grignard reagents are stable in ether. Now we start with the first reaction, that is synthesis of alkane. When alkyl magnesium halide reacts with water, which gives formation of alkane takes place, which we can see in general reaction here. We can also use, instead of A, that is hydroxy group, alkoxy group, carboxylic group, aminic group, alkylamine group, etc., which gives its corresponding products. We take another example for the synthesis of higher alkanes when alkyl halide reacts with methyl magnesium halide in dry ether, which forms ethane as a higher alkane. Similarly, we can see synthesis of alkene when methyl magnesium bromide reacts with unsaturated halide, that is allyl bromide, in dry ether as a solvent, which gives 1-butene. Possible reaction mechanism of this reaction we can see here. The next electrophilic substitution reaction is synthesis of higher alkyne. In this reaction, alkyl magnesium halide reacts with terminal alkyne, that is 1-propane, that is 1-propyne, in dry ether. It gives first preparation of 1-propenyl magnesium bromide. This synthesized Grignard reagent reacts with methyl bromide, which gives higher alkyne, that is 2-butyne, which we can see here. Now we study the synthesis of other organometallic reactions. Organometallic compounds can be obtained by reaction with metallic halides. Now first synthesis of diethyl mercury. When mercury chloride reacts with 2 mole of ethyl magnesium bromide, which gives diethyl mercury, which we can see here. The next reaction is synthesis of tetramethyl lead. It can be synthesized by reaction of lead chloride with 4 molecule of ethyl magnesium bromide, which forms tetraethyl lead, which we can see here. The next metal exchange reaction is synthesis of tetraethyl tene. When tene bromide reacts with 4 molecule of ethyl magnesium bromide, it gives tetraethyl tene, which we can see here. We have studied some electrophilic substitution reactions. Now we move towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. These are most important reactions in organic synthesis. First reaction is reaction with aldehydes. In aldehydes, we study two types of reactions, that is reaction with formaldehyde, and another reaction is reaction with acetaldehyde or any aldehyde that is other than formaldehyde. Now we move on our first reaction, that is reaction with formaldehyde. When alkyl magnesium halide reacts with formaldehyde in dry ether, this gives addition product, which on acid hydrolysis with dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute sulfuric acid gives primary alcohol. Here we can see general reaction. For example, methyl magnesium bromide reacts with formaldehyde in dry ether. In the first step, the addition of a Grignard reagent to the carbonyl group is the formation of complex between magnesium and carbonyl group takes place. For example, methyl magnesium bromide reacts with formaldehyde in dry ether. The first step in this addition of the Grignard reagent to the carbonyl group is the formation of complex between magnesium and carbonyl group. Next, the alkyl group, that is methyl bromide on magnesium attack to the carbonyl carbon of formaldehyde. In next step, hydrolysis with aqueous acid, that is dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute sulfuric acid, yields the product primary alcohol, that is ethanol, we can see here. The next reaction is with acetaldehyde. Here we can see when Grignard reagent reacts with the acetaldehyde in dry ether, it forms first addition product and then on acid hydrolysis gives secondary alcohol, which we can see here. For example, methyl magnesium bromide reacts with methyl bromide, which gives addition product, which on hydrolysis gives 2-hydroxypropane or isopropanol, which we can see here. Now we study nucleophilic substitution reaction with ketone. When acetone reacts with Grignard reagent in dry ether, it gives addition product, which on acid hydrolysis gives tertiary alcohol. For example, methyl magnesium bromide reacts with methyl bromide, gives tertiary butanol, which we can see here. From previous three reactions, we can say that when Grignard reagents reacts with formaldehyde gives primary alcohol. Next, when Grignard reagent reacts with acetaldehyde or acetaldehyde other than formaldehyde gives secondary alcohol, and similarly when Grignard reagent reacts with ketone, it gives tertiary alcohol as the major product. Now we move towards next reaction with ethylene oxide or epoxide. When Grignard reagent reacts with epoxide in dry ether, this reaction breaks three-membered cyclic structure of epoxide and forms addition product, which on hydrolysis gives primary alcohol. For example, when methyl magnesium bromide reacts with ethylene oxide or epoxide, which gives N-propanol, which we can see here. The next reaction with acetyl chloride. When methyl magnesium bromide reacts with acetyl chloride in dry ether, firstly it forms addition product, which on hydrolysis gives acetone. Acetone so obtained further reacts with methyl magnesium bromide to give tertiary alcohol, that is tertiary butanol, which we can see here. In this reaction, conversion of acetyl chloride to tertiary butanol requires 2 molecules of Grignard reagents. In this reaction, when methyl cyanide reacts with methyl magnesium bromide in dry ether, it forms addition product, which on acid hydrolysis gives intermediate, that is ketamine. This is on hydrolysis gives ketone, that is acetone. We can also continue this reaction from acetone to tertiary alcohol. Acetone reacts with Grignard reagent, further on gives tertiary alcohol, that is tertiary butanol. We can see here. In this reaction, we use two Grignard reagent molecules. The next and last reaction with carbon dioxide. In this reaction, methyl magnesium bromide poured on solid carbon dioxide called as dry ice and decomposes of complex takes place. After hydrolysis with dilute mineral acid, that is dilute HCl, it forms acetic acid. We think reaction will continue from acetic acid to addition reaction of Grignard reagent, which we can showing in intermediate A. But it's not possible because carboxylic acid, that is here acetic acid, neutralizes strongly basic nature of nucleophile, that is ethyl group in Grignard reagent. Hence acetic acid does not go addition reaction with Grignard reagent. We can see here. Then which is the actual reaction? Here it is. When Grignard reagent reacts with acetic acid, it forms intermediate B, which gives ethane and acetoxy magnesium bromide. This is also known as irreversible acid-base reaction of acetic acid with Grignard reagent. With this, we conclude our today's lecture here. I think all of you satisfied with this knowledge. If any query about contents, comment me in comment box. If you like this video, please press like button and subscribe. Also click on bell icon for the notification of my new video. Thank you very much for watching this video.